Hi, my name is Elizabeth.
Hi, my name is Franny, and I am a 16-year-old immigrant.
And I am an immigrant
living in Chicago.
I am from Nigeria, Ibadan, Nigeria.
Originally, I'm from Ibadan, Nigeria. I also claim there, so don't get me wrong. I'm a Nigerian girl, through and through. Chicago is special to my immigrant experience because Chicago is the city that raised me. Of course, I was really young when I came, but Chicago is the type of city where almost everybody's an immigrant. Like, everybody has an immigrant story, whether it's them, their first generation, or their parents, their grandparents.
Chicago adds to my immigrant experience, I guess, by introducing me to like other immigrants, because Chicago is known to be very diverse. It's a lot of immigrants. You would find a lot of immigrants in Chicago, so I was able to meet other people like me. When I first came here, I thought I'd be alone. I was like, oh, this is a new thing for me.
When I got to high school, I let my little butterfly wings spread, and I branched out, and now I am vice president of my school's West African Club, and I have a huge community who keep me grounded, who I can make references to, like jokes about Nigerian pop culture, and they'll get it. Even having somebody just understand your jokes is a big thing that I think people overlook. People who eat the same foods that you eat, and you can talk about like your cravings. I'm craving jollof rice today, and people are like, yes, it's the same, me too. Having that, and people watch the shows that you watch and listen to the music that you listen to. So community is a big part of African culture in general, Nigerian culture. And to find that community outside of Africa, outside of Nigeria, in this place that I now call home, Chicago, was a big milestone for me. And that's what is keeping me connected to my culture now. I love talking about my culture. I talk about it all the time. Some would say it's my personality, but I don't like being like interrogated on it, because then it's like you're an exhibit, like a museum exhibit for people to watch and prod and poke.
Something that I would change about my immigrant experience, and I think a lot of people will agree with me on this, is the amount of stress it causes on people, because being an immigrant is not easy. Actually, it's very hard, and it causes a lot of stress on people. I experienced that firsthand. Actually, secondhand, actually. I wouldn't even say firsthand, because the people that experienced that firsthand is the parents who immigrated and who have to support their kids, and that's something my mom experienced firsthand, and I would also say my dad experienced firsthand too, because the stress of moving to a whole new country, starting over, like imagine building up your whole life just to come to a whole place and then it just completely erases, like it's like it never existed and you have to start from scratch. That is not a good easy and experience when you come to a new country. So something I would change is the stress of an immigrant coming to Chicago. I would describe myself as somebody who's gone through a lot. I would describe myself, like, I'm not even comparing it to other people, but as myself, I believe I have gone through a lot, and I've grown from that as an immigrant, as just or as just Liz, or as just Oyinka, my Nigerian self. That's my Nigerian name. I've been through a lot as an immigrant, as the American version of myself, Liz, and the Nigerian version of myself, Oyinka. I have experienced people's reaction to me as an immigrant. I've experienced how people treated me. I experienced how I've learned from how people treated me and how I've grown from that. And I would describe myself as somebody who has become a better person from the journey I made since 2010. I would describe myself as somebody who's proud of herself, proud of the people she's surrounded around herself, proud of the people who've raised her, proud of how happy I am today as a person. And I still have a lot to learn and grow, but I would definitely get there, and I'm proud of my journey so far.
Every part of my personal identity is influenced by my culture. Everything that I do, how I talk, what I eat, what I like, what I listen to, it all stems from Nigeria. It all stems from Yoruba culture. I am not fluent in Yoruba, which is my tribal language, but I make use of phrases. I use Pidgin English, which is a mix of native languages in Nigeria and English, obviously. It's a common language around West Africa. And so I can use that with my friends. And then also just in hobbies that I picked up outside of my culture, I find ways to bring my culture into it. I make sure to rep wherever I go. Another thing is I am really into film. I work in film, and every chance that I get, I throw in my culture into a film that I can make, personal films that I've made, even just like short clips, and I'll show everybody like, look at this edit that I made with this Afrobeat song, or look at this edit that I made of my favorite dish. And so I think I tend to pull my culture into everything that I do. That's a big part of my personal identity, is being Nigerian, being Yoruba, and being an immigrant.